Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Reynor and HeroMarine. Here on 0-0, the latter edition. Top right-hand corner, the Red Terran player HeroMarine, hailing from Mouse Esports and Germany. And at the top left, it is Reynor. He is blue, he is Zerg, and he is Italian. All right, let's do this thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two players and see who's going to come out on top in this TVZ. Hey, did you know I'm on Patreon? Did you know patreon.com/FalconPaladin has one additional StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void professional match every week? Did you know that? And everybody who is pledged to me for at least $1 a month, just $1 a month, gets access to 4 additional bonus StarCraft 2 content posts and casts every single month. That's insane. That is so much content for like a quarter a post, a quarter a cast. So check it out, patreon.com/FalconPaladin. We will see you there, or we will be square. Looks like a Reaper expand here out of HeroMarine. Nothing too crazy from him. Hatch first from Reynor, and into an extractor and into a pool. He's feeling pretty confident that it's not going to be proxies out of HeroMarine. He's not, I mean, I guess he's doing a pretty good job with the Overlord scouting general locations where they could be, but the barracks could be here, man. They could be right here. You would have no idea. Drives me crazy that Zerg players refuse to drone scout, but hey, they're much better than I am, so whatevs. Alright, so this Reaper's name is Kaladin Stormblessed. No longer content with protecting Bridge 4 on Roshar, Kaladin takes to the stars to protect his SCVs against the Zerg. To the stars. When not killing Zerg, he likes to brood, eat Horn-Eater stew, and complain about light eyes. Yes, these are references to Brandon Sanderson's series, The Stormlight Archives, which is a huge series. Book 3 is done, but there are supposed to be 10 books in the series. It's going to take him some time, you guys. I mean, I don't know if we want to wait until the 10th one is done to start, because he's going to finish it. Sanderson is a finisher. Some fantasy authors around that will remain nameless today are not, but anyway, Kaladin moving out, see what he can do. HeroMarine's a pretty good Reaper controller, so I feel like Kaladin's going to have a pretty good time getting stuff done here. Factory follow-up, as we can see in the production tab, and the expansion on the way. So no pool first here. No Ling harass. Reaper going to have a decent time getting stuff done over here on the other side of the map. But the queen, like, here's the window. The queens are popping, but they're not here yet. 4 Lings are here yet. And if the control here by the Reaper is better, a Zergling or 2 will die, but that's pretty much all you can hope for. And then the queen pops out. Yeah, not going to happen. Reynor's control is too good. He is young. He is 16 or maybe 17 years old at this point, but definitely just a baby in the grand scheme of esports. Third base coming in from Reynor, feeling pretty happy about that one. And yeah, HeroMarine double gassing it, working on the Hellion production, starting now. Starting now. Hellion harassment will begin. Trying to throw down creep tumors without the Reaper stopping it. Rawr, rawr. Get out of here. Creep tumor. Oh, KD800 tossed down in the wrong place. And the tumor will go down. Another tumor laid. And another tumor laid. Is that really? What was that? Why did the animation go twice? That was odd. I don't know what that was from that queen. Feels glitchy, but that's all right. Droning up, Reynor. That's what you can do at this stage. Drone, 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 drone. A couple Hellions moving out here. Additional Hellion follow-up. There are going to be 4 at the very least. And a Cloak Banshee, possibly a Cloak Banshee follow-up, as the Tech Lab and the Starport are friends right now. But for now, it's a Viking. So Viking going to try to kill Scouting Overlords, which there is one here coming in for the Scout. Going to see exactly what's going on. Sure, that Overlord will try to shoot it down, but it doesn't have enough bullets in that. Actually, it has all the bullets in the gun. The bullets don't hit hard enough to stop this Overlord from getting in and getting the Scout. He sees what he thinks is a Banshee. I would think that's a Banshee too, but definitely just an Overlord. But either way, oh, and he gets it out of there too. Great control, Reynor. Holy smokes, you're good at this game. Hellion Reaper picking off a couple tumors. One gets canceled, one dies. That's some pretty good control by Reynor. Not many players can cancel tumors like that. Cyril does it quite a bit, obviously. Other Zergs do not. Reynor is on board that train for sure. It's just a good sign of a good Zerg player when they do that. So Viking cruising on out, and it is going to be a Raven instead of a Banshee. I kind of like it. I honestly really kind of love the fact that there's a Raven on the way. This Hellion is toast. Oh, you know what? No. The Lings decide not to extend off creep too far, and everything is cool. Queen trying to save the Overlord. Not going to do it. Gets a shot off on the Viking in revenge, but not really much of a revenge there, as it turns out. Evolution Chamber on the way here from Reynor. What's his tech going to be? I don't know, but he's definitely got a Spore Crawler here. Is the Raven going to be for harass, or is the Raven going to be for detection, right? For these creep tumors and killing them. That one's dead. Lings keep coming up here. Lings keep coming up here and getting massacred. He wants to know if that third base is canceled or not. It's definitely not. Definitely not at this stage. Lair coming in for Reynor at about 5 minutes. Feels a little bit late, but this is some pretty decent Hellion pressure. And there are no roaches to handle it, so you need Lings for this. Lings and Queens going to be the order of the day. Canceling that tumor. Great job. Just picking off tumors here. The Raven has joined the party. Baneling Nest just about to complete. Well, actually, almost halfway done. Going to be a Ling Bling Hydra thing here. Kind of feels like it out of Reynor. HeroMarine, on the other hand, is making additional factories. He is meching it. What kind of mech is he going to do today is the question. It kind of feels like a race car mech based on the number of Hellions that are in the mix here. It's going to be Hellions. It's going to be Cyclones. It's going to be annoying to deal with. But the control by HeroMarine is good enough to make it work. And Reynor's going to have to respond to it appropriately. Getting a 4th base is nice. Viking cruising around trying to find more stuff to kill. Just the 2 Overlords that he's killed so far. Not much else there. Queen's actually not bad against this Hellion-only composition. It's only when the Cyclones start showing up that things go bad for them. Infernal Pre-Igniter being researched too. That's going to help. That blue flame on the Hellions really does a lot of damage versus Zerglings and Banelings too. There's your Hydralisk's Den and an Infestation Pit. So might be Viper. You're going to have to use Viper, I think, here. Whether it's Blinding Cloud. Ooh, the Raven does get picked off by Queens at the front here, though. Whether it's Blinding Cloud or it is Abduct. Lings. Oh, the Hellions. They engaged a little bit too greedily there, and several of them do go down. Oh, another one sniped down. More Lings cruising on in. Ah, HeroMarine, I think he made a mistake there. I think he lost too many Hellions and that Raven. Seems problematic to me. Queen's continuing to fight on in. That Queen's almost down, though. And Hellions do retreat back on home. Mag Field Accelerator on the way now, increasing the damage done by the lock-on ability for the Cyclones. Additional Cyclones in production here. Can't be double pumped anymore, but still, this is a fairly viable strategy regardless. Reynor's 4th base is done. He is saturating it quite nicely with drones. He is up 77 to 64 workers. How many drones has he lost in this game? The answer is none, and no SCVs have died either. So not much has died in this game so far, but we're going to see a pretty big engagement fairly soon here as Blue Flame Hellions with scans. Oh, those are some Banelings that could have been picked off if they'd extend a little bit further there. HeroMarine's 3rd base is happily running here too, as his macro is definitely an impressive thing in the land of Terrans. All right, man, so Ling Bling Hydra. It's got to be Viper play, doesn't it? I mean, there's a Hive on the way, and technically no Vipers yet. Maybe he doesn't need them yet. That Cyclone gun is not quite big enough to where he needs to start abducting them, but it'll be there sooner rather than later. I mean, HeroMarine really does not want to engage on creep. As you can see here, he really just wants to dodge it. He wants to dodge the creep. He wants to stay off. Creep spread pushing, and that's why you do this as Zerg. As Terrans don't want to engage on creep, the more creep spread you have, the more of a safety buffer you have for when the attack comes. Landing a Viking and trying to get some stuff done over here. Just 2 drones did die to that dude, but he gets picked off by a Queen and a Zergling. Vipers on the way. 4 Vipers in production now. Additional evolution chambers being popped up for additional energy for those guys. And a Lurker Den. Have we seen a Lurker Den tried against this before? I don't know if it's going to be very good, just because Cyclones do bonus damage versus those Lurkers. And bonus damage versus Lurker is bad. That said, the range is pretty good on the Lurkers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Reynor doesn't manage to make this happen here. Creep spreading all the time. 5th base now coming up bottom left-hand side for Reynor. 4th command center finishing for HeroMarine. Going to head to where? It's going to land up here. Interesting. Built at the 3rd. Going to land just outside of the main. Kind of a long way to go here, but yeah, man. Blue Flame Hellions. Tons of Cyclones in the mix. The Vipers are coming in with a lot of energy. Sucking energy off the Baneling Nest to top it off there, too. Link counterattack, trying to see if there is a base they can kill, possibly. The answer is no, but there's a Marine, and there's not a base here because this thing was scouting that, but maybe the 3rd base. There are Hellbats. There are Blue Flame Hellbats there. No. I am sorry, guys. You're not getting anything done unless you change into Banelings, which is possible. The resources do exist for that to happen from Reynor. Got about 200 gas in the bank there. Free Hellion. Overseer flies in to see what's going on. It's just pretty much all Cyclones all the time, dude. That's pretty much what you're looking at right now is all of the Cyclones of all time. These Lings, I'm telling you, Baneling attack would be pretty nice up here, but Instead, the gas is going to Hydralisks. It's going to upgrades, which seems pretty fine. There are now tanks in the mix. Defensive tanks. Abduct, 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 and a bunch of Cyclones getting wiped out there. Wow. Cyclone count just absolutely decimated. There are only 8 now, down from like 12 or 16. Blue Flame Hellions get into the 5th base, but I don't think there was anything there to kill anyway. Yeah, still those 2 drones down. Reynor recognizing he can't quite defend it. He's not going to saturate it quite yet. Adaptive Talons on the way. 4th base done for HeroMarine. As we've seen, it is a planetary fortress here. Thor's in production too, so more of a traditional mech now. Maybe a race car mech, not what he wants to do. Abduct is still really good though with this composition. Abducting tanks into these hydras is fantastic. Blue Flame Hellions. Ah, they see the drone transfer. They know what's up here. Ling's trying to deal with it, but are there enough of them is the question. Yeah, there's enough Lings here with Queen support to shut this down. Some drones are going to be killed, absolutely. But 5 drones down, 6 drones down, 8. All right, keeps increasing as these Hellions refuse to die. 8 drones killed is kind of a problem. Engagement in the middle. Lock on, picking off Hydras from distance. No bonus damage versus Hydras, but damage is damage is damage. 199 to 186 supply. Reynor is technically up. His army supply is at 126 to 112. He's up there too. Making more and more Vipers, and that is just the key to beating this thing. It's going to be Viper play out of Reynor. Spines coming up. Are these Spines down here? Thank goodness. Spines at the 5th base. Reynor investing in static defense. How do you like them apples, Zerg players? Seriously, static defense is so important here. Against Hellion run-bys especially, and good against drops too if your opponent is playing bio. Oh, 3 Hellions. A couple Hydras die, but that was not a good trade, I don't think, for HeroMarine. Yeah, too much for sure. And a couple more Hellions get caught out and picked off in the southern section of the map too. So Reynor controlling the map fairly well right now. He is on 5 bases. He is maxed out. He's working on +3 missile attacks and additional lurkers too. HeroMarine trying to set up a 5th base down here, but there turns out there are lurkers present, and they are mean. They have +2 attack. And as a result, there we go. There's your lock-on, and you can outrange the lurkers with the lock-on ability. Ah, Blue Flame Hellion actually ends up getting that engagement there. Abducting the tanks, blinding, clouding the missile turrets. So they can't pick off the Vipers here. What an engagement. Abducting Thors. So they have to be on the front lines. Cyclone's getting picked off there too. But enough tanks are present. I think we survived that. HeroMarine's going to be okay. And he is. The tank's really saving the day there. And by that I mean like this one tank that managed to shove this away all by his lonesome. What are his upgrades? He's got +1 attack. Not working on additional attack upgrades right now. But Zergling's cruising on in to see this 5th. They scout it. They scout it's a planetary fortress and then end up dead. So additional lurkers in production. Again, I don't know that lurkers are what you want when there are tanks on the field and Thors and a bunch of Cyclones. But Reynor, again, a better player than I am, so we will concede to his expertise at the moment here. Creeps spread in. It's been okay. I kind of feel like it could have been better in the last couple of minutes here, as he really, again, has had map control. He wants to take down this 5th because he's not expanding to a 6th right now. If he can do that, he'll be all right. Oh, free Hellions, though. Yeah, those guys are all dead. And lurkers burrowing in to save. Here we go. No blinding cloud on this planetary fortress, surprisingly. Banelink explodes harmlessly. Is the Hydra DPS enough to take down this planetary fortress while defensive coming in? Yes. Yes, defenders are a little bit too slow there. The Vipers show up. Abducting into the lurkers. Oh my gosh. The Thors are in so much trouble with that lurker play. The scans are consistent. The blinding cloud on the Thors forcing them to come into the range of the lurker spines. And Reynor does manage to win that engagement pretty handily. Abducting a tank. And the abduct actually finishes even though the Viper got sniped out there. So HeroMarine losing his 5th, taking a lot of Zerg with him, but Reynor's maxed out anyway. He is making 20 Hydras and 28 Zerglings. Yeah, that income down is huge. HeroMarine has another command center ready to go, though. Where was he planning on putting that? I'm guessing down here would be my assumption. Lings and Hydra is going to attack on into the 4th base. HeroMarine cannot afford to lose this one. He might be in a lot of trouble, you guys. Army supply is 130 to 75 in favor of the Zerg. Too many lurkers, too many Hydras. Planetary Fortress, no repair for you! And the 4th base does go down. Income is going to start to plummet here for HeroMarine. Reynor's is still in a great position. Where are the Vipers in this engagement? I don't know that they actually care. Hydras and Lings on top of these Thors. Repair trying to happen here as well. Thor goes down anyway. Thors and tanks getting ravaged by this Hydralisk Lurker composition. Suddenly the tank count is at 0. Suddenly it's only one Thor versus the oncoming onslaught of the Zerg. Goodbye, Thor. Third base in trouble here. 2 Hydras wandering purposefully on in there, and that is your good game. Reynor able to win that thing in 15 minutes and 21 seconds. What an absolutely huge victory for him. The Lurkers versus the Thors, the Lurkers versus the Hellions, the Lurkers versus the tanks. Actually not bad if you can get them into position here, and the Abducts helped that to happen. 11 kills on that Lurker, 6 here, 11 on that one, and 6 on that one. 5 kills, 2 kills, and 0 kills on those Hydralisks. So yeah, really 2 major engagements there. Sniping down the 5th base and sniping down to the 4th base with Viper support down at the 5th. Didn't even need it for the 4th. Too many Lurkers, too many Hydras, too many upgrades there when all was said and done. +3 missile attack and +2 ground carapace at the end of the day. Planetary Fortress could not stand. It did have high-stack auto-tracking, but the range didn't matter all that much when Reynor was hugging that thing anyway. So didn't have much of an army when it came down to the end here. This was it. This was like 4 Lurkers and 3 Hydras. But the reinforcements were coming, and HeroMarine knew they were on their way. I mean, look at all these guys. Look at all them pouring out right now. So in the end, resources lost. 27,000 for HeroMarine, 23,000 for Reynor. 14 tanks went down. That's a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks. 11 Thors, 2 in the mix, 32 SCVs, 10 drones were roasted up generally. 8 Lurkers, 10 Vipers died. How many Vipers at the end of the game? All the Vipers died. When the heck did that happen? I don't know. Reynor must not have been paying attention to them. I wasn't either, in fairness, but all of the Vipers died in that game, and it didn't matter. 90 Hydras, 94 Zerglings, and yeah, I mean, that's it. That is going to be it there. Reynor implementing Lurkers into that. Pretty good deal. So learn something new every day. All right, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.